I don't think you can do until mathematically then that's the case. I think there will be lots of twists and turns. We saw a Sunderland team go into Liverpool that are in such good form, and certainly as regards the scoreline, sort of running them close, and saw a real good chance that I think it was John O'Shea that had, and that's against a Liverpool team that are as good as anybody at the moment, and that's how tight this Barclays Premier League is, and that's how competitive it is, and I would expect it to be as competitive as that, going through right to the end of the season. We have to make sure to look after the next game, the important one, and try to accumulate as many points as we can.
7 games to go, 7 points above the relegation zone. Where do you see the points coming from? Because you've got Swansea, West Brom and Fulham. Before you had Liverpool, Man United, Chelsea and Arsenal.
Where do I see our points coming from? Well, we have an opportunity in every single game to get points, and a lot has been spoke about the last 4 games, but not here amongst myself, the staff, the players. It's always about the next one, and we've shown and we've proved that we are capable, particularly at Carrow Road, we are capable of getting points against the better teams. So it has to be for us 7 games, and the most important one always to look at is the next one.
And that is at Swansea. Your home form, as you say, has been good, but you haven't won. You've lost the last 5 away. So how do you address that problem?
And you are right. It is one that we have to address, and we've found life on the road and away from home difficult for us this season. Sometimes you want to go back to look at the better days that you've had away from home, and certainly the result that we had at Stoke and at West Brom is one that you want to remember. But we need to get closer to that. For clubs like ourselves, we know that it's always going to be more difficult away from home. That's just how the game is, and we won't be the only ones. But it is something that has to be addressed, because what we can't do is we can't keep putting the pressure on the home games that we have, and it's certainly good to have, in particular, the recent home form that we've had. But we need to start doing ourselves a favour and start picking up some points just to relieve a little bit of that pressure.
Do you have an explanation for why that's the case, Chris? I mean, is it a mental issue with the players, for instance, or what?
I think the obvious one is that that would be a fact. I look at a Stoke side that are a very good Stoke side, and I think their win at the weekend, I think that was only their 2nd win away from home all season, and they're a very good side, Stoke. It is the division. I think there are a group of clubs that, of course, that are going to find it harder away from home than at home. I think that's the norm, and you're then going into the question, well, why is it more difficult away from home than it is at home? Well, there are lots and lots of factors, and probably take too long to get into them factors. But we do want to do better away from home. It is one that we need to address, and we, of course, have an opportunity on Saturday.
So what do you make of Swansea? 2-2 at Arsenal in midweek. Only just below Norwich at the moment. I mean, what's your thoughts on that?
Well, they're a side that, of course, have had their season interrupted with Europa Cup, of course, where it was very, very exciting times there. I saw the game at Arsenal, and they did very well to get back into the game, and for an away side, I thought they fared very, very well. But they're falling into the same position as a big group of teams in this Barclays Premier League, where it is tough. It is about trying to produce week in, week out, and I suppose their inconsistencies have been similar to a lot of teams. But there is no doubt the quality that they have in the team and in the squad, and they have certainly showed that at stages this season.
And I mean, their strikers, Mitchell's been out, but he's back now, and I think Wilf Boney got his 20th goal. So I mean, you're going to have to keep an eye on those two in particular.
Yeah, well, he's a player in form. There's no doubt about that, and the types of goals that he's getting, and he's somebody that I think has really adjusted himself well to this division, and perhaps took a little while to fully adjust, but a player that's really in full flow at the moment, and of course Michu's back. So they have real good offensive options.